What is going on, everybody, and welcome to the Tacomaholic channel. Today is Saturday, December 23rd, and we are 2 days out from Christmas. I am not at all above doing a shameless merch plug real quick. Obviously, it's too late to buy anything for Christmas, but if you get a little spending money for the holidays and you're interested in picking up something fun, you can certainly grab some Tacomaholic gear. I will put a link in the description down below. It is on redbubble.com. You can simply search for Tacomaholic and see the wide variety of stuff on there. Also, I will put a link in the description below for the thread on Tacoma World covering this specifically, but I just recently got in the Tacomaholic patches, which you can put on your headliner in your truck. These are pretty cool, so if you're interested in that, check out that thread. They are ready to ship as soon as you pay. Okay, so I have my new headlights finally dried out completely. Hope I didn't just jinx it, but it has been a few weeks now with no refogging issues, so I'm glad I got that worked out. I did do a video on how to fix that if you are resolving the same issue, which I will go ahead and link to above. Check that out if you have not already. So I do plan on doing a full review video going over the headlights and all their features, but today I'm going to show you how to specifically adjust the cutoff, both up and down, and I guess the angle left and right. And the cutoff angle specifically will apply for aftermarket headlights, but you can adjust how high or how low you want your headlights on the factory Tacoma as well, because the headlight housing is identical with that regards. And just in case you were wondering how much your dealership will charge you to do this simple maintenance or adjustment on your headlights, I called my local one and they said $60. And the guy seemed a little uncertain when he said the price, but I bet other dealerships are pretty close to that. So let's see how you can save $60. That could certainly go to something more fun for your truck. And to adjust your headlights yourself, you will need just a few tools, starting with a basic socket wrench, followed by an 8mm and 10mm socket, one tape measure, at least 25 feet long, a pair of needle nose pliers, and you will probably need these, the longer ones, nothing pretty short. I think the ones I have right here are about 8 inches long, one pair of channel locks, some basic blue painter's tape, and some glass cleaner and a rag, of course. First step is really easy. We are just going to make sure the headlight is as clean as possible, so the light coming out of the headlight will create a nice crisp cutoff on the flat surface. So just spray that down and give it a good wipe. Get all that road grit and everything, especially since it's winter and you may have salt deposits all over your vehicle like I do. Okay, so as you can see here, I am in a parking garage because I have access to a nice flat surface right there. I did measure and I am parked, so my headlights are 25 feet from that flat surface, so you will need the tape measure for that. Next thing you need to measure, up here on the headlight, I know you probably can't see it, but directly in the headlight there is a mark which shows the halfway point of where the light is coming out of the projector, so you need to measure up from the ground and find out how high that is. On my truck, at my lift height, it is 42 inches. So then I go over to the flat wall here and I'm going to measure up 42 inches and mark my blue tape right there for those. Okay, so here's the wall after I marked it up. This is actually not at 42 inches because I have about a 3-inch lift in the front of my truck. So if you are running stock, then you just want to measure wherever that center part of your headlight is. For mine, I actually went 3 inches below, so I'm sitting at 39 inches because obviously I don't want to blind oncoming traffic, so this is where I'm going to use to have the top of my cutoff. After I do all these adjustments, if I still get flash, I can go ahead and lower it another inch or two and see how that works. And to go ahead and show you how much I need to adjust these up since they are really low, I'm going to go ahead and turn the headlights on so you can see how far up I have to come. So hopefully you can see that on camera. I need to come up quite a bit, and I could tell as soon as I installed the headlights they were really low. And also you can see it looks like my driver's side projector cutoff is level, still needs to come up obviously, but my passenger side is sloped, I don't know, maybe 10 degrees, so I'm going to make that adjustment first, make them line up exactly with each other, and then raise both together. Okay, so to adjust the tilt on my aftermarket projectors, I will be taking the igniter box, which is this silver box right here, And in my case, I will be rotating it to the outside or the passenger side of the vehicle to level that out. If you have factory headlights, you will not have this, and you should not have to worry about the levelness of your cutoff anyway. So all I'm going to do that is take some channel locks and twist it very slowly. I'm not going to get aggressive with it because obviously there's a little play in this, but not too much. So as I mentioned earlier, just about 10 degrees rotated out to the passenger side of the truck should be perfect for me. And as you can see now, it's very close. It might be a degree or two off, but I just had to rotate that silver igniter box, I don't know, maybe about 1/4 inch to the passenger side of the vehicle. So that is the first step done. Now just to raise them both up to the line of that blue tape. As far as actually adjusting the height of the headlights, it is very easy. The hardest part of it is actually reaching the little bolt that you need to twist, and I know you probably are not going to be able to see it. But if you see the silver igniter box right there, I can't actually point to it because I'm actually holding my flashlight too. About 4 inches below that, let me see, there's a light on it right there. There's a small 8mm hex bolt that you will need to rotate. Again, about 4 inches to the outside of that silver box. And here's the driver's side. You can see it back there, wires sort of blocking it. So the hardest part about these, again, is just getting to them. On the driver's side, the battery is in the way, so I'm not going to move the battery. I suppose you could, but I am just going to reach in there and use my needle nose pliers to make that adjustment. For the passenger side, I am just going to remove or move back my washer fluid reservoir. So I'm going to use my 10mm socket on this. It's just 2 quick bolts, so I can get my whole hand back in there with the socket wrench to adjust this side. To remove the windshield washer reservoir, 10mm bolt right here, the other behind it on the outside of the engine bay. So I'm going to remove those 2 bolts and actually just lean this back a few inches. I'm not actually going to detach this and have to worry about fluid everywhere. And there's the reservoir moved, giving me enough room to get in there and do the job. Both of the bolts I removed did have a washer and a small lock washer, so just be aware of that so they don't fall down into the engine bay when you take it off. I'm going to go ahead and show you a speeded up version of me adjusting the passenger side, since I can actually just reach my hand in there and I don't even have to use a socket wrench. Those bolts are not very tight, so I can put the socket on there and just twist it by hand so you can see it. For me, I have to twist the passenger side adjustment knob toward the engine, so toward the driver's side, to adjust the beam up. Now all I need to do is bring the driver's side up to that blue tape line and I should be good to go. My light here, you can see when I have my socket attached, the socket wrench actually does fit right here in front of the battery, so I will be twisting the bolt again to the driver's side of the vehicle, or the outside in this case, so you do have enough room in here to get that on there. Just make sure you don't drop anything down in the engine bay. Okay guys, and there is the final cutoff. Definitely something I think I can live with. I'm still surprised at how much I had to raise those. And again, if you do this and you start getting flashed repeatedly by oncoming traffic at night, you might want to lower it an inch or two, so just keep that in mind. I will certainly report back if I had to lower mine, but this should be good. I cannot wait to see what this actually looks like at night when I'm driving around tonight, because before you saw how low it was. It was pretty strange, but most of my driving at night, well-lit roads anyway, so not much of an issue. But I suppose if you are driving on backcountry roads, that sort of thing would certainly be dangerous and drive you crazy as well. Okay everyone, that will do it for this video. I hope you found it useful. If you did, please go ahead and consider subscribing, give the video a like, comment below, and hit that bell notification so you're notified every time I upload, which is twice a week guaranteed. Hope you have a great holiday weekend and enjoy the holidays. Stay safe this weekend, and I will see you in the next video.